afternoon session of day 5 of our Auto Faculty Development Program here at Dr. Visiroy Polytechnic. We are delighted to have with us Dr. Chandan Bandyopadhyay, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Data Science Department. To brief about him, he completed his MTech and PhD from IIST Shibpur and pursued postdoctoral research at the University of Bremen, Germany, which is a QS top 500 ranked institution. With over 10 years of teaching experience, Dr. Bandyopadhyay's research interests include quantum computing, logic synthesis, and optical circuit design. We are honored to have him with us today. So now I would request Mr. Abhishek Pal sir to felicitate him with a flower bouquet. Thank you, sir. So now I would request Sir Dr. Bandyopadhyay to please continue with this session. Thank you.
ठीक है सर हाँ हाँ यस सर অডিবল স্যার অডিবল শোনা যায় এটা কাজ করছে হ্যাঁ ওটাই কাজ করছে হ্যাঁ স্যার কাজ করছে হ্যাঁ স্যার আমি কম্পিউটার এবার আসছে আমি অভ্যস্ত
So, thank you very much, madam. I don't know your name for the beautiful words that you have told me, but and also thank you to the entire team for calling me in this faculty development program. I am very much delighted to be here. I hope that sometimes microphone is working, sometimes not. You are audible. I am audible, I know, but microphone is sometimes working, sometimes not. Hello. Then it is fine. Okay. এটা বলতে গেলে আমাকে টেস্ট ওকে ফাইন ওকে সো নাও I will be trying in my way to make the presentation session bit interactive. I will not be going into the very inner details of quantum computing and clouds, how they are interacting, but I will be trying to make you a brief chemistry that how this works, and you may get some ideas. I am not forcing you to get ideas, but you may get ideas later on. You may explore in your own way to get into research. Already you are in research. Already some of you already have completed your PhDs. But after going through my talk, I am not expecting that you will be entering into my domain, but I can expect that some interest can be garnered once you go to the top. Okay, so cloud meets quantum, shaping the next state of computing. Okay, the cloud, the main, actually I was looking here, so mainly the cloud, I have talked about the cloud. First I have to tell that cloud already, some of you or all of you will have a cloud is required, right? Because when in MATLAB, then it is fine. Or even Raspberry Pi, using Raspberry Pi, that's fine. But when I have to use a dedicated setup, because quantum to execute the codes for quantum computing, it is not like a codes that we are habituated to write. That needs very dedicated systems, sophisticated systems. Because you know that the designing of processor. So designing of processor, some 4 years back in 2018-19 times, you know that one professor was Professor Kamakuri, that we designed the processor, Indian first processor. That came to picture. But that is in progress, but designing it like these are the processor, the digital processors. Normally we see. But the designing quantum processor, it is different. Far more complex. So executing the codes, to verify the codes, or to verify the circuits that will be embedded in ICs. That is very tough task. And how to verify those circuits? You have to execute, you have to simulate the circuits, you have to test it. So how to test? You need a dedicated system. But to purchase a dedicated system few days back, in IEM, one of my old colleagues is there. He said that some of the portions to execute a quantum computing setup, they have authorized, IEM has authorized them to purchase. So they have a plan to prepare a quantum computing lab. In the initial phase, some instrument and devices and configurations they purchased, that was almost 1 crore. So building a lab for initial, so 10 crores they have thought to create a small setup. So 1 crore for in India, when you are doing some experiment with some circuits, to set up a lab with 1 crore is very high in value. So that time you need a cloud. Because if you don't have a dedicated system, you can use the cloud and you can execute the codes. Because I hope some of you or all of you may be aware that when in NITs or IITs, some circuits are simulated. For fabricating those here in India, no fabrication centers are here. Mostly we have to send those to China for fabrication purpose. Korea, China, South Korea, not North Korea. Those are the leading countries in the fabrication domain. So we have to send those circuits to there and we have to bring it here. So yesterday also in our college, we had a talk. I don't know, some of 1-2 persons maybe here who were there. One of my old friend, Durgapur was there. He is not he, actually she is my old friend. She is now faculty in University of Texas, USA. So she was delivering a talk and she was showing the real life example that what are the challenges she is facing and what we do normally. We normally do the hypothetical research. I will be coming to this part later. Hypothetical research, we generate data set, we make some simulation, we collect, we highly rely on Kaggle for machine learning purposes. But how to solve the problems in real life? So in her, she was delivering the lectures in mostly digital twins. She is from computer science background, but she mostly works in those domains, optical communications, 5G, 6G, digital twins. So in her talk, she was showing that how the real life problems in her labs, in her interbuilding, what are the problems, jammers are there, how to bypass the jammers. She mapped the entire thing to the digital twin platform and then we solve the problem. Mostly when we solve the problem, again I am telling the hypothetical one. So towards publishing papers, we actually need data and we follow that. But to work for real-time purpose, it takes time. For me also here, whatever I will be delivering, these are not hypothetical one, but also simultaneously I should say, this is not that actually I am fabricating, but these are the circuits I have experimented. And while pursuing my masters, PhD, my postdoc in the same domain, I worked with my guide in Germany. He was Professor Rolf Resner. So some 13-14 years I have worked in a single domain, and I will be trying to extract some of the portion from my domain and I'll be trying to deliver here. Okay. Now, so I hope that cloud is bit clear. Cloud, we require cloud, we don't have a financial advantages or financial liberty, then we can go for purchasing the cloud and can execute the course. So now I am coming to the part of quantum. So interchangeably I will be using quantum and cloud in successive time. So quantum terms comes normally you see the circuits that we are using, those are the digital circuits. The computers that we are having, those are digital computers. But the mouse we are having, that is optical mouse. So optical mouse you see, because once you give a stroke in keyboard, something you are pressing, that is a very minimal delay is there and it can show in your screen what switch you are pressing. But you have seen if you have a long wire, optical wire, long wire, and then you are clicking there, immediately you can see the movement of the cursor. No time delay is there. So optical communication is very pivotal in our, very pivotal means have a very high impact in our present scenario. Right? So communication, computing, if I classify the computing paradigm, three different types of paradigm you can see. One is cloud computing, that is for solving the financial barriers, because cloud moves from here to there to there to there. So where the clouds accumulate, there the rain starts. So the same way when I require rain or when I require to access data, I need the cloud. Right? So main computing, cloud computing or grid computing or fog computing, these are the new computing paradigms that are evolving in the present day scenarios. But the main computing, in my opinion, or what I have, what lectures I have seen from my mentors, they are telling that DNA computing, another is optical computing, another is quantum computing. Three computing paradigms. Why I am telling? DNA computing. So now your problem or my problem is that how to store data. So if I want to see the storage space of Google, Google has all movies, song, text, everything is there in Google. So where they have been kept? Big villages are there, huge buildings are there. Those buildings are stuffed with those hard disks where the data are being stored. So storing data, because storing this huge amount of data, searching mechanism is in the hand of Google or Yahoo. They have their own searching mechanism and by which they are retrieving the data. But where to store them? If you have so many luggages, then if I ask you or someone asks me where to place, then definitely I have to think otherwise. Either I have to throw those luggages to garbage, as a garbage to dustbins, or anyhow I have to accommodate it in some places with some rules. So DNA computing, in few years back, some article came up. They are telling that in DNA, human DNA, if we can extract 1 ounce of DNA from human, 1 ounce, very little, they are telling that we can store the whole world data. This is the sentence quoted by IBM. If we can extract 1 ounce of DNA, entire whole world data we can store. So in 2021 or 22, one research paper, dedicatedly the IBM research team, not me, not you. So they published a paper to support it. So they made all manipulations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, all perform operations they performed all the DNA. And they are telling that yes, DNA computing will be coming. Optical computing, if you want fast communication, to transmit the data very fast, you need optical communication. Because the photons are there. Here the electrons are there, photons are there. And the same way, quantum computing. Quantum computing is an area if you want parallelism. Parallelism means in digital system we have a two state, like a switch. This switch has a two state. This is a on state and this is off state. Either it is on or off. But we don't have any in between state. But quantum, they are telling that no, in between 0 and 1 we can create million of states. Then what happens if we can create million of states? If I am asking you to, you have to give combinations will be there. If someone want to break it, then anyone can break it using 8 combinations. Either you are using 0, 1, 1. But when you are switching from digital domain to a quantum domain, in that time you can create million of state. When you can create million of state, so one cannot predict in those 3 vacant positions what are the combinations I have kept. So we are making the system very secure. Because satellite communications that you are using now, that is switching few days back, some 1.5 years back, you can see that China made the quantum cryptographic algorithm to make a secure satellite communication. So quantum computing when comes, they can create millions of states, then it will be very harder for someone to break the security system. If your security system is very robust, then entire thing is very robust. This is one point. Another point is parallelism. When you have millions of states, if someone is asked, I am beating you with 2 hands, then the force will be using only 2 hands. But if billions of hands is punching someone, then it will be huge. So when I have to do some task, if I replace it using a quantum computer, then the parallelism will be very high, like a supercomputer. You see, one hypothesis came in 2024. They are telling that the most advanced supercomputers that are there in present day scenario, the same facility can be supercomputer, very costly. The same can be achieved by a quantum computer having 128 qubit. So that means they have numerous power. But you will be asking that really we have developed quantum computers or quantum system. I will be talking on that how far we have progressed and what are the, yes, we have not been, we are trying. For India, we are trying, but some countries like USA, they have developed, they are in far ahead from us. Some real-time company, IBM, you can see that the budget of, I don't know whether you are aware or not, if you see the budget of US government or European Union, you see the huge amount of money they have separated from their budget for the national quantum mission. In the same for India also, you see that several project proposals are coming for under the national quantum mission. So they want to create a ready. I am not asking you for quantum computing, or I am telling those things for the sake that I was working and I am working. Not for that. Presently I am also working in the domain of machine learning and some IoTs. But what I am telling the present scenario, right? Okay. So that was a brief overview that what are the trends of present scenario and what are the trends of different countries. Where if USA is focusing on national quantum mission, European Union is focusing, investing very high amount of money to national quantum mission, China is focusing, then definitely something is happening. They have, because they plan 20, 30 years, what is coming after 30 years. So they are planning prior, right? Okay. So I will be trying to make you understand some small circuits on quantum and how it looks like or like that. If you feel interested, then I can go ahead. Otherwise, I can skip to other circuits or other simulation part. reversible. Then again I will be moving to reversible to quantum, quantum to cloud. And here the quantum, okay, I hope I should use this one. Otherwise. Okay, now it is a bit fine. Okay, so what I was telling that first I started with cloud, then I was moving to quantum, now I will be moving to reversible, then again I will return back to cloud. The first thing that there is a term reversible associated with quantum. Reversible means if I am doing something, reversible terms comes if I can undo the thing in the same way. No energy is lost in the path. Two conditions. First condition, I have to regain the same thing. Second, I should not have lost any energy. Now, energy means, you see, let me move to some slides, then I will be coming back here. Okay, if you see here, I will be trying to make it very simple so that everyone can follow. Like if you see, this is an AND gate, you know, this is a OR gate, and this is a Boolean circuit that we are designing using gates. Now, this gate, if I am giving the input 0 and 1, so the output will be 0. If I am giving here 1 0, output will be 0. If I am giving here the inputs 0 and 0, so output will be 0. I am not talking about the output 1. But now, if I want to come back from here to here, so first I am traversing from input to output. But if I want to traverse from output to input, means I had the output 0, but what was the input that I had given? I can have 0 0, I may have 0 1, I may have 1 0. So I cannot specify that which particular bit pattern was used in the initial phase. So when I cannot remember something, that I have told someone something and he cannot remember, that means he forgot those things. He cannot remember. He is a volatile person. In the same way, here the information is being lost. Here, when I am moving from right to left, information is lost. Here also the same thing happens. So when I am designing some circuit with these gates where the informations are lost means I can move from right to left, but from left to right. But when coming from right to left, then I cannot regain the original pattern. Then what problem happens for it? Here you see. This is the hypothesis, and now in 2012 and 2017 these hypotheses are officially verified and already experimentally verified, that kT log 2 joules of energy is dissipated for loss of every bit of information during the computation. Means when I was not able to retrieve the information from output was 0, and I was asked to regain the bit, whether it is a 0 1 or 1 0 or 0 0, that means we lost the information. And that information, what is the amount of loss? So the loss is kT log 2, this joule for energy is dissipated for loss of every bit of information. So when I am losing one bit of information, then this amount of energy is originated. Now when I have thousands of gates in a circuit and I am losing this amount, so n number of times this, and if n gates are there and problem happens, then n number of times this energy will be dissipated. Now, if energy is dissipating, then where energy goes? If I am working with the mobile for 30 minutes, then some heats I can feel the heat. So where the heat goes? Oh, due to the overheating, the ICs will be damaged. Right now, if it is overheated, the phone will perform malfunctioning. The same thing happens here. Then this was the hypothesis. Okay. So first, in the same thing, theoretically, limit of zero energy consumption possible only when computations are reversible. Okay. So this was a hypothesis established, not established. This was a hypothesis originated in the year of 1961. They are telling the problem. They did not have the idea of reversibility here. Now, they are worried about the circuits, that the circuits that we are having that dissipates energy because it is losing some information, as I cannot retrieve the original information from the output. Then in 1973, what they are telling? Theoretical limit of zero energy consumption. Yes, now they are telling the circuit that was emitting the heat due to the loss of information can be zero. Then everyone is asking how it is possible. We are worried about heat. Now they are telling zero heat is possible. They are telling the zero heat is possible only when computations are reversible. They are telling that if I can regain the original bits from the output, then no informations are lost. Okay. Now I am coming to this slide, then it will be more clear. So you see, this is a typical gate. This gate is called C-naught gate. Here this operation is called XOR operation, XOR. Here this gate remain active. If I give 1, then it gate remain active. If I give 0, then this gate turns inactive. Now if I give 0 and 1 over here, then you can expect 0 and 1 over here, because this gate never changes the input to output. If here I am giving 1 and here if I am giving 0, then 1 and 0 will be changed to 1. So output will be 1, 1. Now from 1, 1, if I want to regain the original bit, you see here 1, here 1. So 1 means this control is active and 1 toggles the bit to 0. XOR means toggling the bit. So if 1, 0, then 1, 1, from 1, 1 to 1, 0 regain. Now if I have 1, 1, so or 0, 1, 0, 1 already I have dropped. 1, 1 or 0, 0. 0, 0 means here 0, here 0. So this gate is not activating, so 0 and 0 I will be finding it out here. If I am giving 1, 1, 1 here, 1 here, so 1 means this gate will be active, and here this 1 will be toggled to 0, so the output will be 1 and 0. And this 0 and 1, if I want to regain the original bit from here to here, so what will happen? Here 1 means this gate will be active, and here it was 0. So 1 and 0 means 0 will turn to 1, so 1, 1. So here I can retrieve for the 4 combinations. Here all the 4 combinations we generated except 1, 1. 1, 1 means 1. From 1 I can get 1, 1. So out of 4 patterns, 3 patterns are lost. But here out of 4 patterns, all patterns and irrespective outputs are regained. So that means here I am not losing any information. If I was losing information, then previously you have seen kT log 2 joule amount of energy was dissipating. So these circuits which are not reversible, they are generating the heat. And this circuit, this gate actually is not generating the 8 because it is a reversible. Reversible perform the bijective mapping 1 1 and on 2. That means here if I have this set, if I am having this set, two sets, input set and output set, input to output mapping will be unique. So here for the same uniqueness in output I will be getting a unique pattern. So it will be dedicated mapping 1 1 and on 2 into. So here to here mapping, here to here mapping, here to here mapping. So no cross mapping we will find out. Here like here the cross mapping we can find. 0 was there, 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 0 0. Three combinations were there. So one target point was there, multiple hitting cells are there. So like C naught, there is more extension of the gate that is called TOEFL. Now, and this is a fundamental gate called NOT. It is also reversible. NOT means if I am giving 0, it will be getting 1. If I am giving 1, it is 0. But no control parameter is there. It is by default active. Now, when I am designing some circuit with this reversible gate, NOT, C naught and TOEFL, then certainly the circuit will be reversible. So here the circuit is irreversible, here the circuit is reversible. Then you will be asking that I started discussing on quantum, why I switched to reversibility. The main reason is here you see that I have this gate, already you have seen TOEFL gate, right? Now behind the TOEFL gate, how this gate comes? From where this gate comes? So these gates, behind these gates, who can ensure us the circuit will be reversible? No heat generation. So if you see, if you go through the principle of quantum physics, you can find out that all the quantum operations are reversible. All quantum operations. All means all. So scientists find out that as we need reversible circuit, and quantum computing provides us an environment. Quantum computing means the quantum physics. They are telling that all quantum operations are reversible. So definitely we can build some circuit using those quantum physics principles. And then they are telling, okay, this is a reversible gate. This is a reversible gate, but behind the gate there is a technology library is there. That is technology library of quantum technological library. So here the library, this is V plus, V dagger, sometimes it is being told. So V plus V, C naught, this circuit is not a reversible circuit, this is a quantum circuit. So for this gate, the equivalent quantum circuit is this one. Now if someone is giving, this is a reversible circuit is being given, the entire circuit is being mapped to quantum circuit using the library, quantum technological library, like here NCV is there, N stands for naught, C stands for C naught, and V stands for VV plus. In the same way, NCV, NCVW, NCVV1, these three well-known libraries are there. Now you see the circuit that you are having here, that is fully quantum circuit. Now if you are going to fabricate something, if you are going to design an ALU, arithmetic logic unit, using AND NOR gate, then definitely you can expect the circuit is a reversible circuit. Some heat can be generated. But if you are going to design the same ALU using reversible logic, subsequently using the quantum circuit, then definitely it is a no heat can be generated. I can ensure it. So and then I can ensure means who ensures? So 1973 you see, that's why I have to move here and there. So this was the 1973 principle, that if I can make the circuit reversible, then no heat will be generated. And in this, here you see, in the 2012, I hope you can trust the paper of Nature and Nature Physics, because these are the highest impact factor journals, and they never publish the research that does not has the foundations or does not have the practical significance or the real-time experimental data. So in 2012, in Nature, the article published, a team of physicists measured the teeny amount of heat released when an individual data is erased. So 1963, long year back, someone told that informations are lost due to, if I lost some information, then heat is generated. 1963. In 2012, that claim is being verified after 59 years. Then in 2018, in article published in Nature Physics, features launder ensures performed in cryogenic temperature. Cryogenic temperature, that means launder means 1973. They told that if we can design a reversible circuit, then heat generation will be zero. So though that thing is being verified in the year of 2018. So then what the scientists are telling? Yes, if we want to build energy efficient and information loss circuit, the motivation for reversible logic involves. So that is the main motivation. So reversible circuit we require or quantum circuit we require if we want to minimize the heat. So very beginning in my talk, I started that quantum computing has two actual benefits. One is parallelism, another was its huge number of parallelism due to the huge number of states. Another is its fast computation. Third benefits you can find out here, that is the circuit, that is information lossless circuit. One more benefit is there. I need to be here. Here. Just wait a minute, let me fix, because when I am delivering here, every time I have to be here, so if I can move here, that will be better for me. Okay. Hello. Actually, the microphone had some connector from here, then it will be better for me. Okay, fine. Now, you see some images over here. Let me go into the first slides. Okay. So, okay. Here. Now, I hope I can, whatever I have told till so far, that reversibility, the thing is there that is hidden inside the quantum. And scientists, they were searching that we need some circuits, energy efficient circuits, which generates minimum heat. So that's why they are moving towards reversible. To give the answer of reversible circuits, they are moving to the quantum. Now the question comes that first I said that whether the quantum computing or quantum circuits or quantum ICs does have real values, means whether they are practically, whether they implement whether the real implementation is possible or not. You know that this is a very well known face. This is Sundar Pichai. I hope you know him. And here this is a glimpse of Microsoft Quantum Lab. This is in collaboration with Neil Bohr Institute. And the Sundar Pichai, he is standing in front of this is a big machine. Because initially, you know, when the first time the quantum normal computer actually came into market, this was not in size of laptop. These are huge in size, right now. So the first time when something comes, the optimization is not there. The main focus remains how to implement it. Later on, the focus is on how to optimize it, and miniaturization takes place. Similarly happens for ICs. You already know that how many gates are there normally in ICs, and now what are the standing point of ICs. Okay, and now here you see this is a IBM quantum processor. Here this is a company, D-Wave. You can search in internet also, you can find. D-Wave is very well-known company in USA. They are telling that we have developed full-fledged quantum computers of 128 qubit. So 128 qubit is not very sufficient. Means 120 they need very higher system to make huge number of computations. And here this is MIT developed system. This twist is an MIT developed programming language that can describe and verify which pieces of data are entangled to prevent bugs in quantum programs. And here the large computers of D-Wave. Now quantum computing has one more benefit. This is a practical. Also when I was pursuing a postdoc, I worked a little bit on that domain. That normally, like when we are launching some satellites, then in the while launching some satellites before reaching to orbit it fails. Why failing are there? Due to numerous reasons are there, but some reasons might be there due to malfunctioning of ICs, because lots of ICs and connections are there. Now if I am having this IC, and in that IC I have some 20,000 gates. Let 10 gates are not performing what they should perform. So then definitely the fault originated in that IC will propagate throughout all the devices. Right? Let some trigger will fire when certain atmospheric pressure will reach. But if that IC is malfunctioning, then that trigger will not fire. So then definitely due to the atmospheric pressure, the satellite that I am launching using the satellite vehicle, PSLV or whatever is there, definitely it will crash. Same happen for quantum. They are telling that they can design fault tolerant quantum circuits. Fault tolerant means if 20 gates, they have designed an arithmetic logic unit. For example, using the quantum gates. In that quantum ALU, if I am having some 20,000 gates and 100 gates are not performing, still the ALU will perform the same operation. But you will be telling that how is it possible? If the gates not performing, that is the beauty. For that you have to go into the details of Clifford key circuits. Clifford key is the gate of operations or fault tolerant quantum and fault tolerant circuits can be generated. Fault tolerant means it can tolerate fault. It can okay. So just give me a minute. Hello. Okay. Take my computer. Oh. Okay. Right. Anyhow, I'm fine with that. I have to adapt it. Now these are the developments. These are the things I taken those screenshots to give you the confidence that the quantum computing or the development of quantum computer, those not are hypothetical one. So from the Wikipedia, long back I had taken, and I'm using the same screenshot. You see that manufacturer name, designation, architecture, layout, socket, fidelity, qubits, release date. Release date means they have released. So you can see Google, IBM. Here you can see IBM. Then you can see changing of qubits from 14 qubits to 16 qubits to 17, 20, 50, 53, 127. You can see the changing of qubit values, right? And also the development, you can see that IBM, the development in the IBM quantum computer, they have reached. And here the technology they were using. Previously you can see superconducting. So implementation of quantum circuits are possible using the NMR technology or using the superconducting qubits. So here they are not using NMR, someone using superconducting qubits technology, someone using photonics. Okay. But most of them are using superconducting qubits. Here in the later years, they are finding that superconducting qubits are the main things that are very effective. Okay. Now, here also you can see that D-wave in the later years, 2020 also, they have reached up to 5760 qubit. Here you can see some depth, though it is not working. Still you can see 5760 qubit they have achieved. So huge number of development in quantum computing and designing the quantum processor has initiated. Okay, already I have talked about how and why the concept of quantum computing evolves. I hope you can recall those. And these articles already I have talked about these gates, and I have explained what is the necessity of quantum circuits and developing the quantum circuits to normal digital circuits, why we need reversibility, the mapping of reversibility to quantum. Here you can find it out, right? Now I am coming to some constraints. So you have seen that most of the developments are from IBM. IBM has played very leading role in development of quantum circuits. But in present scenario, last 3-4 years, they have, you can see if you go through the IBM website, Microsoft website, they have a dedicated column over there where IBM tool, Microsoft tool to simulate quantum circuits are there. You can find those V plus gates like that. If you want to design a added circuit using quantum gates, you can add those gates over the lines, and you can click on simulate, you can find out the outputs also. So if you want to start coding on quantum circuits, then Microsoft, Google, IBM, all three are giving free platforms. Those are not paid basis. And also Qiskit is there, that is there. But these three foundations are there where you can start building your own quantum circuits. And if you are thriving that you need a publications, then quantum domain is very vast domain. You can start designing some small circuit. Like if you have some carry-through adder, or if you want to design a multiplexer, or simple A arithmetic logic unit, that if you want to publish some papers, then you can target that I use the Microsoft or Google simulators, where I will append the gates, I will perform the mapping, and I will simulate it, and I will go for publications. So quantum, if you go for publications, normally the quantum papers are published in very good journals, because acceptance rate is very high, because that domain is very promising and it is supported by mathematics. Machine learning, the domain I am working, but still I have to surrender that the machine learning domain is based on the Kaggle dataset. Secondly, some predefined algorithms are there over which I have to perform the accuracy. So two things actually happen in machine learning algorithms. One is accuracy checking, and secondly, the dataset of using Kaggle. Novelty is not that much, but the persons who invented those algorithms, machine learning algorithms, those are novel, right? So my suggestions or my actually opinion, if you are asking, then you can explore the areas for publication. So now in here, this is the nearest neighbor quantum circuit. So IBM, when they were fabricating the ICs using the then they have find out that, or fabricating the quantum circuit in the ICs, they find out typical problem in quantum circuits. So then I don't know whether some of you who are not over the cell routing, if I have 3 wires, this is 1 wire, 2nd wire, and 3rd wire. If I want to connect from 1st wire to 3rd wire, then if it touches the 2nd wire, then it will be a short circuit. Normally happens in electrical wire also. If it touches the 2nd wire, it will be a short circuit. It cannot be neutral phase or take, because the circuit may have 20,000 lines. So they are telling that the nearest neighbor means when I will be designing the quantum circuit, I have to satisfy that this architecture. So normally this is a quantum circuit. You can see Q01, Q1, 2, 3. So these are the qubits, quantum lines rather I say. So here the gates are there. Now if this point and this point is touched in Q1 and Q2, while for us, for researcher, this is fine. We can go for publishing some papers with the circuits. But when IBM really tried over their real platform, the images that I had shown, so they said that they have to adopt a technology that is for nearest neighbor circuit. However, here you see that this is called swap gate. Here the Q0 and Q1 is being exchanged. I am not going into the details, because if I start explaining the details, it will take some 4 or 5 hours time. So here what they are, the same circuit is represented using this way in one-dimensional platform, and the same logic operations are performed over here. Same thing. And you can see this gate and this gate are neighbor. These 2 points are very neighbor, and P plus what is there, so it is present here. What they did, once they place a swap gate, Q0 and Q1 being exchanged. So Q0, you can see Q0 was here and Q3 was here. So what they did, you should have okay. Then what I was telling, that here you see that here Q3 to Q0 there is a connection. What they are doing, their Q0 and Q1, these 2 bits are exchanged first. So here this is a swap gate, the first one, this one. So Q0 and Q1 is exchanged, that means this is now Q0 and now this is using Q1. For here, Q2 and Q3 are exchanged. So here Q2 and here now it is Q3. So that means here it is now Q3 and now it is Q0. It is Q3 and now it is Q2. So if it is Q3 and it is Q0, then it satisfies Q3 to Q0. So Q3 to Q0 connection is established. To nullify the effect of swapping, they are using the same gate. You know that 2 gate, if you are putting in back to back, it will be nullified, right? So they are nullifying the effect over here. So this is called nearest neighbor technology. Nearest neighbor means here Q0 and Q3 are not neighbors. They are 2 neighbors apart. But using this architecture, now this under the V plus gate, the target and control, this is called control or nearest neighbor. So this is simple ideology I have shown for 1D, and the same can be implemented in 2-dimensional phase. Here you can see Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 as there, like a matchbox. Like here you can see and two-dimensional phase Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 like that, and here the nearest neighbor properties can be achieved. Okay, so for I in my opinion, if I am the whatever I have discussed over here, those are very fundamentals, very fundamentals. I have not gone into very complex level. Still, I will be trying to make it more simple. I hope that mostly all of us are aware of the digital circuits and K-map, correct? So what the main purpose using K-map? K-map is the optimization algorithm using a platform where I have to prepare a 2x2 or 4x4 or 3x2 like that some area where I have to plot the values for where I am getting 1 in the truth table and I have to optimize. That's done. So like if someone, the problem that I was telling, that you can simulate an ALU in Microsoft or Google simulators in cloud that I was telling. So the first question you will start into your mind that I am telling gates are there, simulation platforms are there, but who will tell you that this is the ALU? Who will tell you? This is the adder circuit. Forget about ALU. This is the 1-bit adder or subtractor. So in the first phase, you have a adder truth table. From the adder truth table, you have to design a adder 1-bit adder quantum circuit. Then that 1-bit adder quantum circuit needs to be simulated. Right now, that is the main thing. So I will be trying in my best to make you understand how you can plot, how you can design a quantum circuit for a 1-bit adder or any logic that is being given to you, right? Okay, I will be coming this bit later like I did earlier. Okay, so you see here, this algorithm I will not be explaining. Okay, you see this is a truth table, right? So if you are asking for a adder circuit or multiplexer circuit, definitely they have a truth table. Everyone agree with me right now? Definitely have. So in my master degree, I started when I started my master program. In the entire 2 years, I could not publish single research paper. Why? Because I am having the same, I have the same notes where I was trying to design an algorithm, not a design. I was trying to develop some algorithm which generically takes a truth table and designs a quantum circuit. Quantum circuit will be bit later, you know, first reversible circuit. Now, from reversible to quantum I can be mapped. We know the topology can be mapped using those structures, using the libraries. Already we have seen, because here here you have seen that this was the reversible circuit, these are the reversible gates, and now this is the reversible circuit. And now when I have to map this reversible circuit to quantum circuit, then each block to be mapped. So this gate is here, this gate, topology gate, for this topology gate, this is a corresponding architecture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates are there. You can see here dotted rectangle is given for the second gate, for this one. Then the C0 is there, C0 is there, sorry not, then C0 is there, here is another C0, then here is another C0, so here you can see another C0, and the second topology is replaced using the same architecture, this one. So here initially a reversible circuit is being formed, then it is being transformed to equivalent quantum circuit. In later phase I can optimize it. So optimization is different one, right? Now the thing is that how to design this circuit. So this is pivotal now. How to design a reversible circuit corresponding to a truth table. That is the main thing. এটা move করছে। ওটা আসছে, এটা ইয়েটা আসছে না স্লাইড। ল্যাপটপটা, হ্যাঁ ল্যাপটপটা ওখানে যা, ল্যাপটপটা দিলে আবার কলার মাইকটা পাবো না। হচ্ছে, ঠিক আছে। ওই কি করতে হবে? ও আচ্ছা, আমি ভাবছিলাম এই স্ক্রিনে হলো, কারণ ডিভাইসটা তো ওইদিকে আছে। ঠিক ঠিক, রাইট রাইট। ওকে, সো okay, so what I was telling, so I was telling that in my 2 years while pursuing a master, so I worked with this circuit only. So it means that algorithm, that how to develop an equivalent reversible circuit, which I will be later, I will be mapping from reversible to quantum, but my initial role will be to generate a reversible circuit corresponding to a truth table. For ALU, for adder, for subtractor, truth table is there, then you have to perform some technological mapping, then you can get the equivalent circuit, right? So here I am making you understand how that is possible. So what I did first, that you can see this is a 3-bit circuit. Here the out 1 means, okay, 1 means here for 001 the output is 1, 010 output is 1, 011 output 0, subsequently 00 and 1. So as it is a 3-bit circuit, what I did, this is the first phase of my algorithm, I took 3 input lines A, B and C. Then for this F out, functional output, that is giving me the adder output or subtractor output, this is the line T equal to 0, this is F out mainly. And now you will be asking that why I have set T equal to 0. I have seen if 0, 0, 0, if it is the 0, then I will be making this line 0. If for all 0 it was 1, then I would have make it 1. So in the first phase I had 3 lines and this target is applied as 0. So already you know that this is a C0 gate. If these gates turns active, if 1 is given to here, then whatever I am giving here changes. For this is topically, if 2 1s are given here, 1 and 1, then this gate active. If I am giving 1 and 0, then this gate will not be active. For here, I have to give 1 1 1 in a bit pattern, then only this gate will be active. Otherwise, the output will be 0. So in the first phase, what I did, I prepared a rudimentary circuit, initial circuit. This one here, apart from this first combination 0 0 0, 7 combinations are there. I find out where the 1 lies. Here 1 lies, here 1 lies, here 1 lies. So I erase this 0, and I design a corresponding gate over C, from C. So from the first bit pattern, you see there can be a gate from C to F out. So first gate is there, C to F out. For 0 1 0, it can be from B to F out, from B to F out. For third, 0 1 1 means I can replace 0 with dash. So 1 1 means from BC. So here you can see B to C to here. In the same, for fourth one means here 51, apart from 0 0 0,
is the fourth one. So 1 0 0 0 0 are replaced with dash. So 1 dash dash means A from A from A. For 101 this will be from AC, here it is AC. From 110 it will be from AB, it is from AB. From last one it will be from ABC. So this is the circuit initially designed and it is called rudimentary circuit. Then the main algorithm, this is the first phase of the algorithm where you have to prepare the circuit. Then we have to pass all the bit patterns that are over here. And we have to check whether the output is same or not. So 0 0 0 when I am passing, so here 0 0 0. So this gate, none of the gates will remain active. All gate will be inactive. Because this gate active when 1 comes. Right now, if any problems are there while understanding, you can ask me, I can show. These gates turns active if 1 is given. So here 0 0 0 means 0 is coming, 0 is coming, 0 is coming. So when 0 is coming from here, so none of the gates remain active. So the output t equal to 0 goes here and I am observing t equal to 0. So for 0 0 0 the output is 0. So no problem is there. Now let us start with 0 1 1. 0 1 1 our desired output is 1. Let us check what happens. 0 1 1. So when I am giving 0 1 1, you know that if it gets 1 then the gate turns active. This gate. So if it gate turns active then this 0 was there, 0 will be changed to 1. So this 0 has changed to this one. And 0 0 is there. This gate remain inactive, this is inactive because to be active here I should have 1 but I have 0. For here I have double 1, here I need 1 but here it is 0. So except this gate, none of the gates activates. So here the output I am getting it is a 1 finally. Because as these gates are not working, so T toggles to 1 and 1 penetrates up to here. Correct? Now what is our output? Output is 1. Now here also I am getting 1. So no problem is there. So I have checked the circuit and I keep the circuit unchanged. Now let's work with 0 1 0. So when I am with 0 1 0, this gate is not working. This gate is working because 1 is here. So here 0 comes here, right? And as this gate is active, 0 will be toggled to 1, that is 1. Now apart from this gate, none of the gates remain active. You can see 0 1 0 means here it needs 1, here it needs 1 and 1, here it needs double 1, it needs all the bits 1. So 0 changes to 1 here and 1 penetrates up to here. So what is the output? 1. And here also my output is 1. So still no problem is there. Okay, so up to there the circuit is fine. Now you see, when 0 1 0, for 0 1 0, sorry 0 1 1. So 0 1 1, here when I am giving 1, so 0 changes to 1 because this gate is active, and here also this gate turns active because 1 is coming here. So 0 changes to 1 and 1 changes to 0, right? Rest of the gates, here you see 1 1 is there, yes, this gate remain active, correct? Right now, this gate remain active. So 0 again changes to 1, and rest of the gates whatever I have, that remain inactive from here to rest of the gates. So initially it changes to 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 0 to 1, and finally I am obtaining 1. But for 0 1 1, what is my output? It is 0. My desired output is 0, but here I am obtaining 1. So that means some problems are there in the circuit. That means,
Sir, actually I could not understand that in figure E, আপনি স্যার B আর C দুটো থেকে আপনার নটটা নিয়ে আসলে
কোনটা?
প্রথম যেটা আছে 1101 লিখেছেন তো
Okay, that's I no problem, because someone is asking in Bengali, that's why if someone asks me in Bengali, I have to revert it back in Bengali, that's why I ask. I don't have any problem. Okay. So I'll be coming to your point, just give me 1 minute and I'll be coming to that point. So you see, when the bit is changes to 0 to 1, 1 to 0 and coming to 1, then definitely there is a problem. So my desired output in the truth table was 0, here I am getting 1. So I am traversing the circuit from right to left, not left to right, right to left. Here I am scanning it right to left. Where the bit toggles, that gate to be removed. So here 1, this gate remains same, 1, 1, 1, 1. Here 1 to 0, here the bit changes. So this gate to be removed from the circuit, and the updated circuit is presented here. So you see here 7 gates are there. Now this circuit has 6 gates, because this gate has been removed. Why? Because my output is 1, but my truth table output is 0. Some problems are there in the circuit. Where are the problems located? While scanning from right to left, this is a part of the algorithm, I have removed this gate. Now the question you are asking, please ask me. Here what I did, in the first phase, this is a rudimentary circuit, the initial design. These designs is being prepared by replacing 0 with dash. So if you put 0 with dash, 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 dash means a connection from will be from C, dash 1 dash, dash 1 dash, dash 1 1, dash 1 1, 1 dash dash, 1 dash dash, 1 dash 1, 1 dash 1, 1 1 dash, 1 1 dash, 1 1 1 1. So this is the initial circuit. Then I am sending all the bit patterns from here to here throughout the circuits. And if I am finding that while transmitting a pattern, I am getting an output 0, but my truth table is telling it is 1, then I will be scanning the circuit. If my truth table is 0 or truth table output and my circuit output both are same, then that means it is fine. So your question was, here for 0 0 1, the same circuit I have used here, no changes are there, but I am looking what is the output. Output is 1, here the output is 1, so that means no problems are there in this circuit. The same circuit, this is the same circuit. I am moving with the same circuit, and then same circuit is coming here. For 0 1 0, the output is 1, 0 1 0, the output is 1, so no problem is there. But the problem happens with here, output remain 1, but in the truth table it was 0. Truth table 0 means, you see, here the truth table it is 0, 0 1 1 it is 0. Right? Now for 1 0 0, 1 0 0 means this gate will be active. This here I have removed this one, right? And this is the updated circuit. So when it is 1 0 0, this gate turns active. So 0 is coming here, coming to here, because both the gates are not changing the bits. But here 1 is being changed to 1, 0 is changed to 1, and 1 will be penetrated up to here. So output is 1. Let's check what is the output in the truth table. So for 1 0 0, the output is 1, right? So here the output is 1 and my circuit output is 1. No problem is there. I can retain the same circuit. Now we have to work with the next bit pattern 1 0 1. Here the output is 0. Please remember. So 1 0 1. 1 0 1 means this gate will be active, this gate will be active, and 1 1. So this gate will be active. Gate number 1, gate number 3, gate number 4. Yes? Gate number 2 will not be active because 0 is coming. This is the first gate, second gate, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. First gate will be active, third gate will be active, and fifth gate will be active. Sorry, fourth gate. So 0 is here, 0 is changing
Here the gate is active, so 0 is changing to 1. 1 comes here because this is gate is not active. So 1 is here. So here there is another C naught gate. 1 is being changed to 0. Then here this gate is active. These two gates are active, you know. So 1 1 is there. So 0 in is changing to 1 and 1 is the output. But we checked our desired output was 0. So some problems are there. So we have to scan the circuit from right to left. Here right to left scanning is there. And find out that what the bit toggles. Here the bit toggles, we have to remove the gate. So I have removed the gates from here and this is the updated circuit. Now for 110, the output is 0. Okay, for 110, you see here it is 0, so 1 means second gate, third gate, fourth gate. All second, third and fourth will be active. So here it was 0. 0 comes here at this gate, first gate is not active. For the second gate it changes 0 to 1, third gate active changes to 0, fourth gate active changes to 1, fifth gate is not active, 1 comes here. But our output was 0. So some problems are there. So I am scanning from right to left scanner, and I am finding that where the bit changes. So here 1, here this means here it is 1, here it is 1, here it is 0. Right? So here you can see these. So this is the 1, this is here, this one is here, and this is 0. So here 1, here 0. So where the bit changes from 1 to 0, there is a bit change. So that means this gate will move. I said while scanning from right to left, where the bit changes. So here it is a 1, here it is a 1, here it is a 0. So in between this path the transition takes place. So the corresponding gate will be removed. Here also we did the same. 0 and 1, here no problem was there. Here 0 and 1 was there. So we removed this one. Right? Okay. In the same way we proceed. Then for 111 we find out the output as 0. But you see for 111 the output to be 1. Why? Because for 111 you know all the gates to be active. Because all controls are 1. Right? So here 0 turns to 1, 1 turns to 0, 0 turns to 1, 1 turns to 0. So in here we find out 0, but our desired output is 1. So we are scanning where the problem is there. So this gate is removed. Right? When is removed, the final one is this one. So this circuit is equivalent to the truth table that we had taken. Now if you represent this circuit in terms of quantum circuit, that will be the equivalent quantum circuit. So had you taken a multiplexer or arithmetic logic unit truth table in the beginning, and had you applied the algorithm, you had obtained the equivalent reversible circuit. From the reversible, the mapping I have shown, from the reversible the quantum mapping is possible. Now what is the logic expression? Here you know that this is the XOR. XOR means here C, XOR B, XOR A. So T, XOR C, XOR B, XOR A will be the equivalent expression corresponding to the truth table that I had initially taken. So this is a algorithm actually, though I hope it looks very simple, but for me I don't have that much of sharp brain, so I took some 2 years to find out how the mapping is possible. Okay, so can I move forward, because already I have some 53 slides, but already I had covered some 10 slides. I have 43 slides left. If you ask me to proceed, I can proceed. Otherwise, if you ask me to stop, I can stop here. But the thing is, numerous areas are there. Just I have shown a very fundamental part on quantum and reversible. quantum is a very vast area. So these circuits, the cloud I said that simulating the quantum circuits, if you want to create a setup in your PCs, that is tough. You need of help of Microsoft or IBM clouds or Google clouds. They will give you an interface. Only thing is that you need to know some fundamental ideas on quantum circuits. It will be very helpful. Believe me, it will be very in my PhD tenure. You can search in DVLP or Scopus that I had some 46 publications in my PhD tenure. Those are not my works, but my colleagues are there. Actually, when we started working with some problem, we complete the problem, we submitted the problem in a very good conference, and it is being accepted or in journal. So quantum is a domain where in the very first phase I was telling that the developed countries are investing huge amount of money because they are planning something in the future. So, and accordingly, in several countries are there. They have, if you have masters or PhDs, then postdocs opportunities are there in different like IBM Quantum Labs. You have Linz University Austria, NTU Singapore. Those have some, you can see in internet that they have opened their options. If you want to do research in quantum computing, you can make a collaboration with them. Or if you want to pursue for postdoc, you have to submit some applications there. But for the main purpose of FDPs are to gain some knowledges. For us, we also organize FDPs. But if some papers are coming out from those FDPs, then it will be beneficial for the corresponding institute. So my suggestion, if you need any help later on, you can come to BC Roy. Private BC Roy, I was in, after completion of my postdoc, I joined VIT, but I served there for almost 2 years, but I moved from VIT to here because I want to stay. This is Durgapur is my hometown, I am here. So if someone want to work within the domain of quantum computing logic synthesis, though we have a very busy schedule, King Shuk is there. He is a very young faculty and dynamic faculty in our department. King Shuk Banerjee is here. So if you are there, if you want to make some collaborative work, we are very open for that. You can come, and I will be very happy if you can come, and we can have a cup of coffee or tea, and we can sit there for research work. Okay, can I stop here, or can I go on? So I can go on if you ask me. Should I stop? Should I go on? Yeah. Well, I can, if you ask me, I can go on. I have some 53 slides I have prepared for you all to make you understand. Because what I thought that I should start with reversible, then to quantum, then some circuits on reversible. Then I thought to make you understand on quantum, large circuits on quantum, very large circuits on quantum, then how you can. So it will take some 3-4 hours. Honestly speaking, 1.5 an hour is not sufficient. So very naive idea, just I am giving. Okay. Can I wrap up?
Sir, we have 10 more minutes. You can.
Okay. Then I have no problem. 10, 20. Okay, fine. So anyone want to interact? Anyone want to ask any questions? Then I can accommodate. Okay. Okay, so then let me. Okay, some interesting observations here. Okay, one problem I am giving. In digital circuits, if I will proceed further. In digital circuits, the main one problem is there for student, for faculty, for researcher, and for industrial person also. How to design a circuit using minimal number of gates? your number of gates are very less, then definitely the overhead and the fabrication cost of the circuits is very low. Definitely that is true. Now, you know NAND and NOR, these are the universal gates. Now, very basics, forget about reversible quantum. Now, if a truth table is given to you, why I am asking about truth table? Because the ICs that are being used while launching some satellites, they are also ICs are there, they have the circuits or Boolean circuits. They are originated from the logic gates. Now using NAND gate or NOR gate, if a function is being given, let's some days later scientists find out that NAND gate is very much effective for satellite communication or NOR gate. So they want to design some circuit dedicatedly using NOR gate. But you have to ensure minimal number of NOR gates to be used. No extra NOR gates. So how to do that? So you can design a circuit using NAND or NOR or any gates. But ensuring optimality, that is very challenging. Because can I say this is optimal? No. Because this is very open problem. NP complex, NP hard. I hope you know the NP, P, NP, NP hard, NP complete problem. So proving something is optimal, when size is very small, I can tell this is optimal. But when the size is very large, then I cannot confirm on optimality. Then the SAT solver is there, satisfiability problem. I hope you know GSAT problem, SAT solvers. So those are the applications are there. Okay. Now, if someone asks you, you see in quantum, most operations, not most, all operations are in XOR. XOR, you see now the gate symbol is XOR symbol. So now, if someone asks you to design a circuit using minimal number of reversible gates, minimal number of reversible gates using positive polarity Reed-Muller. What is positive polarity Reed-Muller? Let here B, C bar and AC. So A and C, these are the positive literals. Positive now? A and C positive literals. But if someone asks you to get B, C bar, then for C bar it is not positive. Is there any negative gate in Boolean? Not is also not a negative gate. So in Boolean circuits, NAND, NOR, so here you have to design a bar. So behind NAND, which is not AND, so first AND to be designed, right? Then it is turned to convert it to NAND. But never you have opened this when, so AND is look like that, NAND is look like it is different. But if you open the NAND, you will find internally it is AND there, last it is not there, right? So now, if this function is given to you, for this function you can prepare a truth table, you know, B, C, A, B, C will be there and F will be the output. So three variable function A, B, C and F. Okay. Now if you can obtain a function here where all literals in bar format, you see B bar, C bar, A bar, something is missing out here. I hope something I have missed. A bar or might be two XOR might be placed back to back, one may be removed, need to be removed. A bar, C bar. So here when all the literals in negative term, that is called negative polarity. Reed-Muller. RM stands for Reed-Muller. Reed-Muller is who works on mathematics, Boolean logic. Reed-Muller is very well known term. So Reed-Muller is a person who invented actually those literals and ideologies. So if you express the same thing in positive term, B, BC, AC, you see here I started with BC bar plus AC, and here I had just B, BC and AC. So when all literals in positive, that is called positive polarity Reed-Muller. But there is a condition. Reed-Muller said that okay, If any expression is given to you, if you can convert it into all negative literals, then negative polarity. But you cannot use my name, Riedmuller. If you are adding my name, Riedmuller, then you have to ensure optimality in negative literals. That means no other person can optimize this form if you are telling it is in NPRM. So it is an optimal cover. For PPRM means here A word C word is there now. If someone telling that this A can be removed, so that means this expression can be shortened. Can be shortened now. But Riedmuller said that no. You have to ensure what you have designed that cannot be reduced further. That is ultimate. Here also B, B, C, A, C, he is telling that yes, all are in positive literals, but is it ultimate? If it is ultimate, then it is a PPI. Here the challenges come. Who can ensure? Here you can see I have expanded it in my way to make it here. I have expanded it. So who gives you a circuit or an expression? Let some years later, again I am telling you, some years later, satellite communication, while launching some satellite, they are finding that XOR gate is very useful for them. Or XNOR. XOR or XNOR might be there. And how to design a circuit with XOR in optimal? You can search in Google. Later you can search and you can let me know whether you are getting an answer. Using NAND and NOR you can do small circuit. There is a special technique is there, no? You have to give double bar and then you have to expand it. You have to give a double bar over here and you have to make a double complement, then you have to segment it. But after 2 years, when I come out with my first conference with my that reversible circuit formation, I find out that here you see the expression was C is or B is or A, right? C is or B is or A, and we started with this truth table, right? Yes. So this truth table had a function of A bar B bar C plus A bar B C bar. Yes. If I am taking all the ones, if here is one, here is one, here is one, here is one. So if I am taking those values and if I am putting A bar B bar C plus, not so, plus A bar B C bar plus A B bar C bar plus A B C. So it will be giving us it will give me an equivalent SOP from sum of product, right? Digital sum of product form, digital expression, but that is not optimized. Normal sum of expression, normal digital form, Boolean form. But I find out after employing this algorithm, the circuit that I am obtaining here, that is optimal in XOR format. So A, XOR B, XOR C means whatever expansion you are making out here, here manually I have expanded, right? So manual expansion, or when you are making a double bar over an expression to find out optimality, that is very vague. Because you should have clear roadmap by which any truth table you fed, you should get a optimal result. So here I find out that this was optimal when I fed its equivalent truth table through the algorithm. So here the entire thing, here this is a small expansion. When you have some 20 variable function, then huge expansion will be there. Manually, never ever it is possible. But if you have that algorithm, that's why I said in the beginning, I worked on developing an algorithm, not on optimization. I started on algorithm, fed it a truth table, then I find out an optimal expression. Now, one question might start into your mind that I have talked about the positive, but what about the negative? All are negative. So, here the beauty of the algorithm was So I have not given, but here, if you replace here, this is a solid carbon. Now if you replace with here, you assume dash dash 1, right? But if you have assumed 0 0 dash 0 dash 0, now I am replacing 1 with dash. So here the first circuit will be 0 0 0. So here will be 0 0 0 solve. Second circuit will be, second gate will be 0 0 dash. So it will be 0 0 then dash. Third one will be 0 dash 0. So while PPRM, what we did, we replaced 0 with dash. But for NPRM, if I replace 1 with dash, you will get the entire expression in negative XOR format. So positive XOR format and negative XOR format, the same algorithm is there. If you feed truth table, you will get the two optimal cover. Again I am telling, designing or mapping something like K-map, I asked, what is K-map? K-map is a optimization platform, right? But never gives you the optimal results. Optimization and optimality is different. Optimization means I am minimizing something, but optimality means no one can reduce it further. When K-map works up to 4 variables, right? When McCluskey is there, for higher variable, hypercube concept is there for higher variable. But never they ensures it will be optimal. You can search neither K-map nor Cohen McCluskey nor hypercube concept give you the optimality. Never comment on that. They are saying that I am optimizing it. But the algorithm that was being developed that time gives you a optimal result in form of. I thought that I am working to map a truth table into a reversible circuit. That was being mapped. But finally, I find out the polarity and NPRM, PPRM cover. Then what happens? In the 2 years, no publication was there for me. But in the third year when I entered into my PhD, so in that year I had some 10 papers. You can see in DVLP that back to back. One is ESOP, one is PPRM, another is NPRM, another is one journal is there. So back to back paper queues, because 2 years I dedicated on developing an algorithm. Once it is being developed, I just channelizing it to here, here and there. So can I wrap up? Okay. So here just I am wrapping up. Thank you very much everyone to be here for patience after taking lunch. It is tough for me also, for you also to sustain here, because when ACs are there then we feel very sleepy. But anyway, thank you very much for the organizers, for you sir, for managing everything, and everyone to be here for your patience. Later on we can sit together if you are further interested in doing research or collaborative study wherever I am. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was really an interesting session, and we have got some insight about quantum, which is another interesting topic. So please join our hands and give a round of applause for sir. Thank you, sir, and thank you everyone for your patience. Thank you.
Requesting the participants to kindly assemble in the front. We will have a group photo with sir.